Quartet, which is available on eBay right now. Just want to give you a quick look to see the current status of this instrument. Let's turn it on. See the LEDs light up. Most of the LEDs work above the master volume and envelope. There's only a couple that don't. As you can see, the switches, the sliders themselves are actually still intact. The only things that aren't are the switches for the instruments to switch between, if you want to turn on the trombones and trumpets, the cellos, violins, percussion instruments, things like that. The switches themselves are actually still there. If we look underneath the bass, you'll see that the switches themselves are there, and they can actually be switched physically if you just flip the switches up and down. That's turning them on and off. Obviously it's not the ideal way of doing it, but it is a simple fix. If you look straight down the centre between each hole, you can actually still see the top part where the lever itself would have attached to the switch, but that is sadly missing. But it should be quite an easy fix if you wanted to do that. Everything else works fine on it. It still plays normally. Okay, so I'm going to take you through a couple of the sounds in this synth has. See, there's 4 buttons on the front which select brass, strings, organ and piano. Just by selecting one of the buttons, it gives you a range of LED lights switches above the area of which the controls you can use. This is brass. Now you can change the attack of the instrument. You can change the brilliance of the instrument as well. There's like a resonance filter. Also got a vibrato, which again we need to switch on from underneath. You can see the vibrato coming on. We've also got a brass suspense as well, which we can switch on underneath. And you've got 2 choice of brass instruments, which are trombone and trumpet. Next up we've also got strings, which you see lights up red above it. So let's turn one on at a time. Right now we're just going to put on the cello. Now also you see up here that the envelope filter is lit up as well. This means we can control the attack and release times of the cello instrument. Put a long release time on, the instrument will last a long time. Take the release time down. Be quick. Same with the attack. Slow attack time or quick attack time. You can also combine the instruments together, so you can have the violin and the cello playing at the same time. Put a nice long release on it so you get much bigger sound. You can also choose if you want it percussive or normal. Now normal would be a bowed string like we're hearing now. We want it percussive, it's almost like pizzicato, so it's short sweet. And you can have it chorus mode, which we're in now, or you can switch it to solo, which would be kind of just on its own, much more thinner sounding. So you've got those options as well. We've also got organ and a piano as well with a honky tonk. So choose from. And again you've got controls over the envelope with that as well. And you've also got a master fatal volume control at the end as well, which is a little bit sticky. You can also combine instruments together by pressing 2 buttons at the same time, so you can press the brass and the strings. And it gives you access to both strings and brass, or you can press the strings and the organ. So on and so forth. I'm not a great player, so I'm playing with my left hand as well as holding the camera. So we've opened up the lid. You can see that the corner there, that's where the wood has come loosely away. You can see the left hand panel is pretty loose, so it would be need re-sticking and to be screwed in again. but everything else is just wear and tear over the years. It is quite an old synth. It's got a high and low output on it, which is standard jack input. You see there coming out, and an on switch on the back and a fixed plug. All in all, it's a very good synth. Just need to get rid of it, it's too big for in here. So we've got the tuner on the side as well, which still works fine.